Good morning, good evening, whenever and wherever you may be. I hope things are going good for you. I guess as good as can be in the new world, in the new age, in the new normal. Because that's where we are. We're in the new normal. And I just wanted to start talking, start communicating a little bit to whoever will listen. I don't expect there to be many coming to listen. I don't expect there to be many who won't say negative things, make fun, um, disagree, whatever. I don't expect much from anybody in the new age, in the new normal. I don't really expect much from anyone. But I feel like I have many important things to get out of my head. Especially before, I don't know, it's curtains for me. Most days now when I wake up, I don't feel right. I'm nervous, I'm worried. Time has crept up on me, and I have reached into the age I've reached into my 40s. And I guess the first topic that I will probably be discussing is in what has to do with what I think is making me feel unnerved and almost feel like I'm in my last days, my final days. I feel as though death is waiting around the corner for me. Whether it be a car wreck or some sort of freak accident, or my heart or some other vital organ is going to give out. I don't know anymore. But maybe that's something that's involved in the new normal. Maybe the new normal has everyone thinking that they're in their final days. Maybe it is that we are in the final days, and I can just sense it, feel it. I don't know. But I do know that it's been, 40 plus years of one of the major things is 40 plus years of the public water supply. 40 plus years of the food supply. 40 plus years of the air that we're breathing nowadays. 40 plus years of the transmissions. Because, hell, ever since even the invention of the radio, we've had transmissions openly and admittedly all over the place, saturating us. Nowadays, geez, we're saturated with 4G, we're saturated with 5G, we're saturated with all kinds of stuff, television, radio, transmissions, GPS transmissions, all kinds of transmissions. But I feel like it's important. There's a lot of things inside my head, and I don't know. I am so nervous and jumbled inside my head nowadays in the new age that it's going to be next to impossible to sit down and write it out. And there ain't much reading going on nowadays. Or to make it a little bit better proper English, there isn't really all that much reading nowadays. People don't People don't want to read. People don't have time to read. People's attention spans do not bring them to a place where they would want to read. Um, People's attention spans don't even bring them to a place to where they want to listen to a lecture for even a couple of minutes, let alone, a 20, 30, 40-minute lecture, even a 15-minute lecture. Because I think that 15 minutes is the limit on let's say, a YouTube post or something, unless you have a certain amount of followers or a following. But to cut down on the confusion and stuff, I did want to speak about one of the things I was talking about, which is the water supply. And I am not going to go into the whole fluoride thing. That's all too common of a truther subject to talk about, is the fluoride in the water. I think by now we should all know about the fluoride in our water supply, and if the fluoride in our water supply doesn't bother you and you don't care about it, and you don't care to look into it, then me doing another video on top of the probably literally hundreds of thousands of videos that have mentioned fluoride and what its true effects are and blah blah blah. Me talking about that is not going to change anybody's mind. It's not going to do anything. No, I want to talk about other things, other aspects of our water supply. For starters, most of the water supply has not been renewed. I don't think that any of the public water supply has truly been renewed. It's the same water, recycled in and out and over throughout, whatever city or county or country for that, where it's where it is. So let's take New York City for a great example, because I've heard some things about how in some areas of the sewer system in New York City, there's old wood and old metal structures and stuff that have been there for well over 100 years. And some of the old sewer workers, that would be really awesome to interview some of the older sewer workers in say a New York City or Washington D.C. or something like that. But New York City is a really good example as for the public water supply, and how I don't know how long that sewer system and that water system has been around, but I would be willing to bet that in some parts of New York City that sewer system and water supply has been around for well over 100 years. So we're talking millions and millions and millions of people over 100 years have been using the same water over and over, dumping paint, dumping motor oil, dumping medications, flushing whatever that can be flushed down the toilet into the water system, down the drain, down the shower drain, down the sink drain. We're talking 100 plus years of this going on, and that water being probably filtered and hit with a couple of chemicals like chlorine and whatever else they use to try to kill most of the major germs that would, you know, be poisonous or deadly to the human system. But I don't know. I mean, I bet if we did the research, like skin problems are probably on the rise. Medical, all kinds of medical conditions and skin conditions and things like that. They haven't been dropping lately. They've been on the rise, you know. But I had this thought one day about the water supply and about how, you know, not only is there the fluoride in there and, you know, whatever other chemicals, but people that are taking medications, let's say people that are on Prozac, people that are on high blood pressure medications, people that are on an opiate replacement medication, people that are on opiates, people that are on antipsychotics, people that are on schizophrenia medications, people that are on bipolar or depression, whatever. All those medications are being expelled back into the water supply through the water filtration systems. And we're talking about things on a molecular level. We're not talking about things on a, you know, we're not, most of those things are not going to be, things on a molecular level are not going to be filtered out of water through even the best water filtration systems. You know, most of those things, you're not going to filter out fluoride. You're not going to filter out, you know, let's just say take Prozac for example, or lithium. You're not going to filter out lithium if it's in water and you run it through a filter and re-drink that water. You're going to be re-drinking the lithium. You're going to be re-drinking the Prozac. You're definitely going to be re-drinking the fluoride, you know. You're definitely going to be re-drinking the high blood pressure medications. And that is one of the many things that worries me about one of the many things in the new age, you know, one of the many things in the new normal. I don't have much time left. I can see that. I only have about 2 minutes, less than 2 minutes left before I have to stop this video and post it to, let's say, a YouTube or something, because I only have a 15-minute limit. And I lose track of what I'm saying, what I'm doing. I lose track of time. I lose track of everything. That's another messed up aspect of the new world and the new age, is that there's just so much going on, and there's so much on everybody's minds that it's hard for us to focus on any one thing, you know? Hard for us to get behind any one cause. Almost seems like the only thing left in this world is digital binary bullcrap, where it's Democrat or Republican, or yes or no, or black or white, or up or down, or on or off, or who knows. But I guess I'm gonna have to stop this video right here for right now, because the time limit is making me nervous and making my mind start to jumble and race, and there's like so many things I want to say and fit into a time frame that I do not have. So I think I'm going to end my videos with this line every time. There's never enough time. There's never enough time.